This is a red light therapy device I got. This one's got 5 frequencies in it, and this is who it's by. ED, whatever the heck that is. So it's got 5 frequencies in it. It's got one frequency that's a little bit higher that supposedly does a little more penetration. Well, I wasn't sure about this. I had one that was just a bulb, and I didn't really notice that much with that one. This one I actually have noticed something. I hope it's not my imagination or nothing, but the other one I was using, I think it had 660 and 850. So this one's got like I think it's 660, 850, 940, 480. It's got 5 frequencies in it anyway. But I went and looked this up before, and it actually said something else. Then I looked it up again. I was looking into researching. Actually, Google originally, the AI said no, that this guy did not win the Nobel Peace Prize for red light therapy in 1903. Which you could say it's not specifically about red light therapy, but it's actually about UV and red light therapy and blue light therapy and all this other stuff. And there was somebody even before this. There was an Indian guy that he used like an incandescent light, and he just used plain filters, and he put a filter like a blue filter in front of it or a yellow filter, and there's different combinations he used with light on a body in different areas to do different things allegedly. But the thing is, my take on this is that okay, so Nobel Peace Prize in physiology or medicine for pioneering light therapy. So back even in the 1920s, they had solariums, right, which is it's different from the red light therapy, but it uses the sun, right? And I think it's not just the vitamin D production, but probably a lot more things going on with the sunlight. Just getting out in the sun, there's like energies in and around us. You can't say nothing on this platform about anything, for crying out loud, but it's quite obvious that you do feel better when you go out in the sun, as long as you don't overdo it, right? A lot of times you feel better, blue skies and everything. So they used to put patients out in the sun when they were in a hospital. They would roll them out in an area. There was like a sun deck, and they call it sunlight therapy. Well, that's different from the red light therapy, but it's the same, akin to the same type of thing, using light to heal. Now, what I noticed was with this, I noticed I was using it on my knee, and I thought it helped. Then I strained a muscle in my stomach. I was getting up off the ground, working on the bike a lot, and I used it, and I thought it helped. I don't know if it for sure or not, but it made me think I'm going to keep using this thing because I'm not 100% sure. But I got this one that's better, and it's got 5 frequencies in it again. I don't know exactly what the heck's in it again. I forgot. I read up on this for a while, but they tell you not to overdo it too. You got different amounts of application. You don't need to use it like all day or nothing like that. Use it for 20 minutes a few times a week or something. But that could be 20 minutes on your legs, 20 minutes on your chest, 20 minutes on your face, 3 times a week. So that adds up to some hours. This has got, but I'm giving it a try and see what the hell happens. I don't want to say too much about it because anytime I put any of this stuff out on YouTube, they already got my channel considered harmful because of stuff I put out about health. So I'm not even putting much out on this. They'll tell you that about 6 inches away is the right distance. So I don't know exactly. I forgot which frequencies are in this, man. I have to look it up again. But there's 5 of them. There's like a low one. I think it's in the 480s. And then there's one in the 660 range, 850. And then there's a 940. That's the one that's a little different. That penetrates deeper, supposedly. And they said there was some benefit. It doesn't have as wide range benefits accordingly with this larger frequency, which most of the units don't come with. But supposedly it's, according to what I read, was that it helps, open up the blood vessels and stuff. And, I don't know. I mean, you're not going to be able to know that for sure. But, that's what I read. That's why I got this one, because it was one of the few ones out there that actually said it had all these frequencies in it. And this seems like a pretty good unit. So I'm going to give it a try. But right now I'm already thinking, it works. And what gets me is this. You know, they're so pushy on, you know, more drugs. MD is more drugs, right? I don't know, I should call them murdering drug dealers. But the thing is, the you know, the thing is, they known about this so for like you know, 123 years now, and it's like, do they do it? No, no. The most I ever heard of them do anything with UV light was they have a thing, but it's like a $50,000 device. They'll bring it into a hospital room and it'll like shoot like UV light all over the place, and it kills like bacteria and stuff. It's like when the patient is in there, it's supposed to kill all the germs and stuff. But I've never really seen anybody come in there like and apply light to the patients or anything. You know, give them a 10-minute exposure to a fake sun lamp, you know, sun lamp where it's artificial sunlight. No, they don't do any of that stuff. Nah, never, 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 never. So, you know, they're all about pushing drugs. That's all they're about. Now, there's some clinics that use these things, and they could charge, you know, $250 an hour. And this device cost me like $200 flat out. So, you know, whatever. I mean, you know, there's what do you call those places? Like they're not like real hospitals or something like that. They're like, you know, places that do therapy on the side for different things, like the vitamin C therapy and stuff. And, you know, by the way, I'm still using the Parazapper all the time. I can't make any videos on it. I'm still using it. Been using that device for like, I don't know, 10 years, you know, so whatever. But, you know, they got so restrictive on this platform. I'm just like, I hate it, to tell you the truth. Anyway, over and out. Just figured to mention this because it's something I'm doing right now. I think it actually is worthwhile, but be careful about which device you get. I think this one's a quality one. From everything I read, it's not the only quality one out there. For everything I read, this is a good one. And it's got one more frequency than the other ones usually don't incorporate. And it's a frequency that goes a little deeper. It's not really like they've had studies on that one frequency too. Supposedly goes a little deeper. So I got this one. I don't know. But right now, it seems to be working. So, you know, and I really shouldn't put this out on YouTube because I think the platform should be scrapped. And the people that run it should all be arrested. But anyway, over and out. Bye.